filling in commodity codes, getting test certificates for products which used to flow from my desk through the warehouse out on a daily, weekly and monthly basis. I was one of the idiots that bought the line. It won't affect trade. It will make it easier for us to make our own plans, etc.
It doesn't make you an idiot. Let's be clear about that. I mean, you're perfectly entitled to call yourself an idiot, but I wouldn't want anybody else listening to think that I would call them an idiot, despite the lies that Dominic Raab told on this programme about precisely that point. Actually, not this programme, this radio station. I beg your pardon.
They are simply telling. I can say it, that they are simply lying.
Yes.
Because it is nothing other than an unmitigating disaster for us to try and ship product. And the amount of time, effort and money that it's now costing us to do that is, quite frankly, staggering and obscene.
And it takes the Public Accounts Committee to render it objective. Otherwise, you would be one of my friends from the Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts ringing up to practice his audition piece by telling undiluted lies live on the radio. And yet, and of course, the other argument becomes, well, hang on a minute, whatever product it is that you're signing a commodity code for, I could wake up and go, well, it's still in my shop, so there can't be any problems. But the problems are the increased costs, paperwork and border delays, which the Public Accounts Committee have identified as the only detectable impact of Brexit. It's actually incredible. If this was happening to another country, depending on whether we liked it or not, or whether we'd recently beaten or lost to them at football, we'd either be crying or laughing, wouldn't we?
We would. I mean, we've literally shot ourselves in the foot. I mean,
both feet.
Over and over, and both feet, over and over and over again. And I just cannot believe this. These lies they tell that it isn't affecting us. It is, and it is affecting little old me.
And still, the claim that, when they're defending Boris Johnson's latest depravities, the claim that he got Brexit done is supposed to be on the debit side of the balance sheet.
I can't think that's actually something to be very proud of.
I wonder how long that's going to last. I really do. I'm interested in one thing, because I'm part of this problem. You're part of the solution. The way that everything became so vicious and so entrenched, and I naively thought you just keep having conversations with people like Rees-Mogg and explain to them that they don't understand what they're saying. It didn't work, and lots of people wanted to believe what there he is again in the background. You got Jacob on the that's fine. No, it's good to hear from him. Congratulations on the new job, Jacob. Any thoughts on how you'll be handling your new role as Minister for Brexit Opportunities? We'll catch up with you in a minute. So you imagine it's a present that you bought, and you're not an idiot for buying it, because they told you it was a market stall. Roll up, buy this wonderful present. And I think we need to find ways of reaching the people who weren't doing it with their full chests. They were just like, comme ci, comme ça, weighing it up a little bit. And I think that's you, right? And you just thought, oh, you're right, I'll go down that road.
Correct.
And then you've opened the box now, and it's full of, I can't say that word on the radio. It's full of tut. That's a lovely word.
Yeah,
it's full of tut.
Yes.
So who do you blame?
I'm looking for the salesman that sold it me.
Well, there you go. You just would, wouldn't you?
Yeah, listen, James. I think the issue that we've got now, we've got what we've got.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they can improve it, because it's all well and good at me selling products to this customer I'm talking about happens to be in Malta. Yep. Now, I've got exactly the same problem whether I'm selling something to one of my customers in Belfast, whereas before I could sell to Belfast as quick as I could sell to Birmingham.
Yeah.
And it's simply a pain. And my customers are phoning me saying, look, Mike, what can I do? How can I help? What do we need to do? But there is not an easy solution, because every single product, whether it be a hammer, a sponge, a shampoo, has a commodity code, and we have to sit there and input them onto every invoice. And when you are not blessed with lots of staff, because that's the other issue.
Yeah.
That is something that is not a waste of time, but it's time you can't afford, because it's unquantifiable. So when the end of the month comes and I say to my boss, "These are my sales figures, Mr. Boss. Where's my salary?" And he'll say, "Well, you haven't done so much this month in wherever." Well, there's your answer. It's too hard.
And, obviously, you're massively relieved that Jacob Rees-Mogg has now been appointed Minister of State for Brexit Opportunities.
It's like me being, appointed to the PE teacher. I'm 45 years old and I'm overweight. You wouldn't have me in charge of a PE department. You just wouldn't. How these people? I mean, I wouldn't employ them in a whelk stall. There you go.
Well, there you're there. You think we're all right for whelks for the time being, aren't we? Although it's probably hard to export them, so we'll have to start eating more of them domestically in order to keep the whelk industry alive.